Good morning, everybody. Let's go take care of a few things here. Let's see. Make sure the audio all sounds good. Let's call Colonel up. That's how we do this.
You did
Sorry,
it.
I'm starting
That's
a little
the
late.
last one. Hurry to the
You might hear
control
my
room.
kid laughing in the background. She's home from school today. She's watching America's Funniest Home Videos. Her favorite show. Okay, let's see. Oh my gosh, got so many little things I gotta fix here. Okay. Alright. I was gonna call. I hope my my stuff is still
Dr. Naomi's an enemy spy?
what's the
I
word I'm
can't
looking for?
believe
Hot.
it.
I don't want to believe it either, but...
Snake, leave it to Colonel Campbell. You've got to concentrate on re-inputting that detonation code.
You're right.
You're right. Okay, here we go. I think we're ready. Things are happening. Buttons have been pressed. My card key is still Z for hot. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Oh, I'm like right here. Okay, sweet. For some reason I thought maybe I was further back. It looks like I'm all good. I started two minutes late this morning, and I apologize for that. Just had to sort out a bunch of techie type stuff real quick. Oh, there we go. Did I need to do that? Okay, I'm worried about the key card expiring or becoming room temperature. Crap. Man, I didn't even like doing extra work here that I don't need to do. Oh, who's calling me?
Snake, can you hear me?
Uh-oh.
It's Naomi.
Good morning, Scorch.
Naomi.
Dr. Big 13,
What the
Adam
hell?
Walker, Texas
Campbell
Ranger,
and the others are busy right now.
Dr.
I'm on a
Mono,
different codec.
Spike. Let's
Naomi,
finish this thing. Let's
is
do
what
it.
the Colonel says true?
Yes, but not everything I said was a lie.
Who are you?
I don't know anything. My parents' face is my name. The name and ID I have now I just bought. But the reason why I study genetics, that was true.
Because you want to know yourself, right?
That's right. I want to know where I came from. My age, my race, anything.
Naomi.
I was found in Rhodesia sometime in the 80s. A dirty little orphan.
You know, all this talking is going to make my
What's
key
now
card
known as
become room
Zimbabwe?
temperature.
Yes. Rhodesia was owned by England until 1965, and there were lots of Indian laborers around. That's
This seems like an
probably where I
awkward
got my
time to
skin
bring all
color
this up.
from. But I'm not even sure about that.
Naomi, you're too worried about the past.
Oh my gosh,
Isn't it
Adam
enough to
Walker.
understand who you are
His
now?
words going to be late.
Understand
Their
who I am
their
now.
beagle jumped the fence
Why
after
should I?
squirrel and
No one
chases
else tries
her
to
for
understand
2
me.
miles. Oh my god.
I was alone for so long.
Good
until
God,
I met
man.
my big
Well,
brother.
I'm glad you got the beagle back.
Him.
Hi, gal's
Your
got
big
Moxie.
brother?
Hello, welcome.
Yes. Frank Yeager.
He's not paying attention
What?
to what she was saying.
He was a young soldier when he picked me up near the Zambezi River. I was half dead from starvation, and he shared his rations with me.
A nice guy.
Yes. Frank Yeager. The man who you destroyed was my brother and my only family.
No. Gray Fox.
It's true.
We
man.
survived that hell
True.
together, Frank and I. He protected me. He is everything to me. The only proof I have of my existence. Of my existence as an individual.
Dan 3D Mango, subscribe on
he brought
Twitch
you
Prime.
back
Thank you
to
so much.
America.
Dr. Big
No.
13, are you going to review this
I was in
after you
Mozambique
finished it?
when he
Maybe.
came.
But
Who's
Ghost Babel I
he?
wanted to review because I'd never
mean
played it before.
Big
This
Boss?
I've played
Yes.
before.
He brought us to
So,
this
I
land
don't know.
of freedom.
I mean, I
This
like doing those
America.
videos. It's also good,
But then he and my brother went back
you know,
to
resume
continue the
padding.
war.
Like, hey, I can edit this kind of
And
stuff.
that's when it happened.
Give me a job, please.
You killed my benefactor and sent my brother home a cripple. I vowed revenge and joined Foxhound. I knew it was my best chance to meet you, and I prayed for the day that I would.
So, were your prayers answered?
Yes. I waited 2 long years.
To kill me? Is that all you cared about?
Yes, that's right. 2 years. You were all I thought about for 2 long years. Like some kind of twisted obsession.
Do you still hate me?
Not exactly. I was partly wrong about you.
What about
Partly.
Liquid and the others?
I'll have my revenge on them too.
Naomi, you didn't kill that doctor too, did you? The one that used Gray Fox for his genome experiments.
Dr. Clark? No. That was my brother. Afterward, I covered it up and helped him hide out.
So that ninja, I mean Gray Fox, he's come here to kill me.
I don't think so. I think he just came here to fight you.
Hello, Firecracken.
I wasn't sure
Getting in
before,
some
but now I
serious
think I
stuff here.
understand. A final battle with you. That's all he lives for. I'm sure of it.
Fox. Naomi, tell me something.
About Foxdie? Foxdie is a type of retrovirus that targets and kills only specific people. First, it infects the macrophages in the victim's body. Foxdie contains smart enzymes, created through protein engineering. They're programmed to respond to specific genetic patterns in the cells.
Those enzymes recognize the target's DNA.
Right. They respond by becoming active and using the macrophages. They begin creating TNF-epsilon.
Huh?
It's a type of cytokine, a peptide which causes cells to die. The TNF-epsilon is carried along the bloodstream to the heart, where they attach to the TNF receptors in the heart cells.
And then, they cause a heart attack.
The heart cells suffer a shock and undergo an extreme apoptosis. Then, the victim dies.
Apoptosis. You mean the heart cells commit suicide? Naomi,
What?
you must have programmed that thing to kill me too, right? Do I still have time?
Oh, gosh.
Naomi.
Yeah, sorry, I
don't
turned the
blame
mic
you
off
for wanting me dead,
just for a
but I
moment.
can't go yet. I still have a job to do.
Rufio31 says, fun
Listen,
fact, despite
Snake, I'm
yours
not
and
the one
GI's
who made
continued
the
and ever-loving
decision
high
to
praise of all
use
things Metal
Foxdie.
Gear, I've never played a single entry, and I've always wanted to,
weren't.
but seems too daunting to pick up now, and considering how the franchise
You
crashed
were
and burned in the
injected
end,
with
I'm just not
Foxdie
sure if
as
it
part
will.
of this operation.
Just want to argue against that idea of it
I just
crashing and
wanted to let you
burning at
know
the
that-
end. I don't think it did at all. I think Metal Gear Solid's 1 through 5,
That's not the
it's
whole
like a
truth.
fantastic series
The
with like
real
an
thing
interesting
that I
story
wanted to tell you was,
that
Snake,
goes all the way through. And Adam Walker is saying Metal Gear Solid 5 honestly isn't a bad starting point. I agree. I think like you should play it. I was muted, by the way, just for a
Naomi?
moment. I was talking to
Snake,
the kid.
I can't allow Naomi to make
Time
any more
language, but I'm
unauthorized
back.
transmissions.
What?
Naomi's been removed from this operation.
What happened to Naomi? What did she mean when she said that Foxdie was a part of this operation? Colonel, let me talk to her.
I won't. She's under arrest.
Colonel, you double-crossed me.
Snake, there's no time for that. Right now,
Scorch
your
is saying
job
if you're
is
into
to
Let's Plays, there's
stop
definitely some good
Metal
ones. The
Gear.
whole series on YouTube.
Okay,
If you want to check
Snake.
them out. Rufio that way. I mean, honestly, that's one, like, if you want to just get, like, sort of the story, I mean, I'm sure there are YouTube cuts of, like, you know, all the cutscenes in Metal Gear and that kind of thing, which is, like, you know, would be enough to get you your baseline into the story. Rufio says, so 5 was a good completion point. Yeah, 4 is the best completion point. But 5, yeah, feels like a nice sort of interstitial, like a nice, it's not like a conclusion story. It was never meant to be. But it's like, it adds to Metal Gear lore in an interesting way. It like wraps up this big sort of lingering question that had been there since the beginning of Metal Gear. It's, yeah, so it is a good, it's a series with a beginning, middle, and end, like, for sure. It's just like, it's weird where the beginning and middle end happened, because the beginning was Metal Gear Solid 3, the middle was Metal Gear Solid 1 and 2, and the end is 4, and then 5 is slotted between 3 and 1. It's that is confusing, but...
Detonation code activated.
No. Why?
They tricked me. They played us like a dang fiddle. Playing the case, so I'll just watch Pound play through all the Metal Gear. Man,
I deactivated it.
I'm in. At this point, maybe I should go play 2 and 3 HD, you know? Just play them all in order.
Thank you, Snake. Now the detonation
What?
code is
Master.
completed. Nothing can stop Metal Gear now.
Master,
Except
what's
Puss.
going on?
You found the key, and even activated the
It's hard
warhead
to hear
for
me over
us
the game
too.
I'm hearing. Let me turn on the
I
game
really
audio a
must
little bit.
express
Turn me
my
up a little bit.
gratitude. Sorry to have involved you in that silly shape memory alloy business.
Okay, how's that?
What are you
Hopefully that's a little
talking
better.
about?
Maybe even a
We
little
weren't
loud.
able to learn the DARPA chief's code. Even with Mantis'
Let me know if
psychic
that's better,
powers, he couldn't read his
guys.
mind.
Yes, play them all,
Ocelot
says Flaming
accidentally
Queso.
killed him during the interrogation. In other words, we weren't able to launch the nuclear device, and we were all getting a little worried. Without the threat of a nuclear strike,
Tricked me.
our demands would never be met.
Snake is
What do you mean?
quadruple
Without the
crossed at
detonation
this point.
codes, we had to find some other way. That's when I decided you might prove useful, Snake.
What?
Well, for starters, I had Decoy Octopus disguise himself as the DARPA chief. We thought we'd get the info from you, but there was Fox Die.
You mean you had this plan from the beginning? Just to get me to input the detonation code?
You didn't think you made it this far by yourself, did you?
Who the hell are
Dr.
you?
Big 13, Kyle, I know you were going into Death Stranding
The
clearly
launch
blind, but do you have certain
preparations are
hopes or
complete.
expectations for
Once
it?
the world glimpses
Yeah, I
the
mean,
power
I
of
have
this
high
weapon,
expectations
the
for it. I
White
hope
House
it's
will have no
weird. I
choice
hope
but to
it's
surrender
just
the
like
Fox Die vaccine to me. There,
a fully
it's
realized
inevitable.
world. I'm
It's
excited
useless now.
for Kojima to
no.
tackle a
The
new
Pentagon's plan
franchise, you know,
was
starting from
already
zero. I think that's really
successful
exciting.
in the
I think
torture
Metal Gear has a lot of baggage with it when you get up into the later numbers.
You're
That
the
makes it a little
only one who
difficult to
doesn't
parse
know.
and kind of understand. And I hope Death Stranding is dense
Who are you anyway?
and complicated and
I'll
weird,
tell you
and I
everything
can't
you
wait.
want to know. If you come to where I am, that is.
Where are you?
Rufio says, how about this? When they all come out as a
Very
super
close
compilation
by.
on Switch, I will play them. I'll probably play them
That's
too.
not Master Miller.
Maybe. I mean, I know I'm just now.
You're
I'm
too
literally playing
late.
Twin Snakes right
Master
now.
Miller's body was just
I would love that
discovered
on
at his
Switch,
home.
man.
He's been dead for
1,
at
2,
least
3.
3 days.
I mean, 4 could
I
probably
didn't
run
know
on
because my
Switch.
codec link
And
with
5
Master
was
cut off.
released on
The alien
360 and
said his
PS3. They could
transmission
probably get
signal
them
was
all on
coming
there.
from inside the base.
So who is it?
Snake, you've been talking to.
Me, dear brother.
Liquid all along. God,
Liquid.
you gotta love that animation.
You've served your purpose. You may die now.
Like right now? It was, guys, it was Liquid. Sorry if this is a revelation for all of you, but it was Liquid all along. That guy that I didn't really call very much or talk to. Let's see. I don't remember what to do here. I got my gas mask on though. What do we do, Campbell?
Snake, gas, do something. Snake, call Emmerich. He should be able to break through security.
Alright. Help!
Snake, that's bulletproof glass. You can't break it with an ordinary weapon.
Can't you open the security lock here?
I'll try. Just hold on for a minute.
Okay. Can't break the glass. Can I punch the glass? What if I just, like, punch these computers? Okay.
I hacked into security.
Hey!
Snake, I'm opening the door.
Cool! I wonder if I even needed the gas mask at that point. Septipus, my mind is blown. Punch, punch, punch the glass, says Scorch. Who dat? Oh, he took his shirt off, so you know it's serious.
Liquid!
Snake, did you like my sunglasses? Oh, you'd point a weapon at your own brother?
Why did you disguise yourself as Master?
How?
So I could manipulate you more easily. You
Punch the
performed quite
gas,
well,
says
I
original
must
Dr.
say.
Mono.
Although the boys at the Pentagon are probably saying the same thing.
What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah.
Following orders blindly with no questions asked, you've lost your warrior's pride and become nothing more than a pawn, Snake.
What?
Can't believe you said that.
Stopping the nuclear launch, rescuing the hostages, it was all just a diversion.
A diversion?
The Pentagon only needed you to come into contact with us. That's what killed the Arms Tech president and decoy Octopus.
You don't mean...
That's right. You were sent here to kill us, so they could retrieve Metal Gear undamaged along with bodies of the Genome soldiers. From the beginning, the Pentagon was just using you as a vector to spread Fox Die.
That's how they get you.
Die? It can't be. Are you telling me Naomi was working with the Pentagon?
They thought she was, but it seems that
Original Dr.
Naomi
Monroe.
Hunter
No shirt in
couldn't be
Alaska. What a man.
controlled so
It
easily.
is impressive. It said nanomachines.
We've got a spy working in the Pentagon. He reported that Dr. Hunter altered Fox Die's program just
Well,
before
Flaming
the
Queso
operation.
says, I assume Liquid was
But
bad from the
no one
beginning. Was
knows
like, yeah, I mean, we know he was the
how or
bad guy.
why.
We just didn't know he was
I wonder.
sneaking around as
Maybe
Master
they arrested
Miller.
her so they could find out the answer to that.
No doubt. But I had no idea she was motivated by such petty revenge. We still don't know what changes she made to Fox Die's program. Oh well, doesn't matter. I've already added the Fox Die vaccine to my list of White House demands.
There's a vaccine.
Yeah, I don't think it's too much of a spoiler to
must
say that
be.
you do see Kid
But that
Liquid
woman is the
in
only one who really
Metal Gear Solid
knows.
5, which is cool.
Anyway, it might prove to be unnecessary.
Yeah? Why's that?
You were successful in coming into contact with all of us, so we must have all been exposed to the virus. It's true that the Arms Tech president and decoy Octopus were killed by Fox Die. But Ocelot, myself, and you, the carrier, were apparently unaffected.
A bug in the virus's programming?
Could be. In any case, if it doesn't kill you,
By the way,
then
this
I'm
is going to
not
be a
worried
lot
either.
of
After all, our
cutscene
genetic
watching, I
code
think,
is
in
identical.
today's stream. For better
so
or
it's
worse.
true. You and I are...
Unpopular opinion, says Dr. Big 13. I like Kiefer Sutherland as Big Boss more than David Cage. I don't hate Kiefer Sutherland's Big Boss. I thought he was fine. I did miss
Twins. But we're
sort of the
not
consistency of
ordinary
Hater.
twins.
Like, it would have made
We're
more sense
twins
to
linked
have
by
Hater's voice,
cursed
you know.
genes. Les enfants terribles. You're fun.
Furamuru
You got
says,
all
hey
of
everyone,
the old
how
man's
likely do you
dominant
think Blue
genes.
Point's next
I got
is a
all
Metal
of
Gear
the
Solid
flawed,
remake? I think it's
recessive
pretty low,
genes.
honestly.
Everything was done so that you would
I would
be
put
the
it at like
greatest of
40%.
his children. The only reason I exist
I am very curious to
is
learn
so
what it
they
is, though,
could
for sure.
create you.
So you're saying I'm the dominant one?
That's right. I'm just the leftovers of what they used to make you. Can you understand what it's like to know that you're garbage since the day you were born?
Dr. Big 13 is a hater.
But I'm the one Father chose.
The other problem, the thing with Kiefer
So
is like
that's
he
why
just
you're
felt
so obsessed
underused
with Big
ultimately in Metal Gear
Boss.
Solid 5. He just didn't
Some
say much,
warped
and I think it
kind
was
of
like a
love.
budget thing. And I would have liked, I just would have liked to see Snake talk, or sorry, Big Boss talk more in general. I just would have liked for him to have more to say. And I think they were sort of held back by, you know, Kiefer's schedule and money where they couldn't give him too much dialogue.
You stole my chance for revenge. Now I'll finish the work that Father began. I will surpass
Wouldn't be Metal Gear
him.
without hell
I will
cutscenes, says
destroy
Gal's got
him.
Moxie. For real.
You're just like Naomi.
Well, I'm not like you. Unlike you, I'm proud of the destiny that is encoded into my very genes. You missed your last chance. You'll regret that forever.
Rash 808 says, I've heard all the audios and the cassette tapes you collect. Yeah, there's even there, it feels limited. And I listened to a lot of those for sure, but or maybe there were some I didn't find. I don't know.
To this historic weapon. Consider it an honor.
Scorch says, my new theory is that Kojima really wanted to be a famous movie director, but that was too much work, so we decided to make video games instead. I mean, honestly, I don't think that's even a theory. I think Kojima has said in the past in various interviews and stuff that, like, his goal was filmmaker, like, from the outset. Like, he wanted to be a filmmaker. I think he still wants to be a filmmaker. But an opportunity to make video games presented itself, and he kind of decided, and he kind of ended up on that path. But yeah, I mean, I think he's said that, you know, at certain points. I feel like him and Cory Barlog are kind of kindred spirits in that way. I think Barlog wants to be a filmmaker as much as he wants to be a game designer, and he's found a nice middle ground for it with God of War and stuff like that.
It's moving.
I would love to see like a Cory Barlog movie, or I think a Hideo Kojima movie. I think that'd be really cool. Muru says he is made out of 70% film after all. Rash 88 says, how has Kojima not made anything for Netflix? I wonder if that was, you know, after the Konami collapse and he was shopping himself around and before sort of landing at Sony, I gotta wonder if that was like an option for him at some point. You know, maybe seeking out some kind of film something, or you know what I mean? Like, I wonder if that was something that he's like, you know what, I'm gonna stick with video games, or if he had a choice there, you know? Okay, gosh. Let's see. I think we want stingers, right? God, this is like the same layout as Ghost Travel. Let him finish his, like, sort of missile barrages and stuff. Let's see what we got here. Okay, is that the only thing I can hit at this point, I guess? Satellite dish? I don't know if that's literally what it is, but it feels like I should have waited for him to finish. Alright, let's see. The body armor helps with like missiles and stuff. I have to like get the dishes. Oh, scary laser. That seems to be the only thing that's like doing damage so far. That's a cool angle. Alright, give me some misses. Oh, really? How did that hit me? No, not. I don't want that. I don't aim for that. Okay. Sweet.
Did that do it?
Did something.
Damn!
Okay, so Kyle, you made that look super easy.
Nice try,
I
Snake!
don't remember. I mean, I don't remember the Metal Gear fights being particularly difficult. Really. The spike that.
Hurry!
Kid thinks this is hilarious. I don't know if you guys can hear her laughing in the background.
Gray Fox! A name
She's
from
watching
long
TV.
ago. It sounds better than Deep Throat. So it is you. You look terrible, Snake. You haven't aged well.
I'll send
Oh,
you
this goes.
back to hell!
Does this having the controls of 2 make the bosses easier? Oh, yeah, 100%. That's a question from Scorch. Especially the Ocelot fight where you can just go into first person and just like
Fox,
shoot them between all the
why?
wires and stuff.
What do you want from me?
I mean, I mean, I know
I'm a prisoner of
that
death.
particular
Only
weapon
you
you could
can
always shoot
free
from
me.
first person, but being able to
Fox,
shoot guns
stay
from
out
first
of this.
person really helped a
What
lot.
about Naomi? She's hell-bent on taking revenge for you. Naomi.
So this guy's like proto
You're the only
Raiden.
one who
I
can
mean,
stop her.
yeah,
No, I can't.
Raiden basically
Why?
took that sort of
Because
position
I'm
in the
the one
story in
who
a weird
killed her
way. I don't know,
parents.
it's weird.
I was young then, and couldn't bring myself to kill her too.
Gotta do some. Speaking of directing,
I felt
gonna do
so
some of my own
bad
directing now.
that I decided to take her with me. I raised her like she was my own blood to soothe
Speaking
my
of Raiden, I
guilty
still need to play
conscience.
Metal Gear Rising.
Even
That's
now,
I've never played Metal
she
Gear
thinks
Rising.
of me as her brother. Fox. Outwardly, we may have seemed like contented brother and sister. But every time I looked into her eyes, I trembled with fear. Tell her for me. Tell her that I was the one who did it.
It took him that long to find this.
We're just about out of time. Here's a final present from Deep Throat.
More Stinger missiles?
I'll stop it from moving.
I feel like Snake is back to being like, you know, if you just walk like full speed, it's pretty easy to dodge. Like, you don't have to do all this stuff. He's doing a lot of fancy footwork for stuff that Snake was just basically walking to avoid. Ouch. Liquid should have taken that arm. Not gonna read that comment out loud, actually. Game Boy game.
In the Middle East, we don't hunt foxes, we hunt jackals. Instead of foxhounds,
We use Royal Harriers!
Fox!
how strong is that exoskeleton of yours? Snake, are you just going to sit by and watch him die?
about that Mega Man arm, did ya?
The cornered fox is more dangerous than a jackal!
Oh. Yeah, the sword.
He destroyed the radome.
I think the cockpit would have opened.
Impressive.
The top part would have opened up
You
instead
are
of the lower
indeed
part
worthy of
opening.
the code name Fox. But now you're finished.
Now, fire the stinger!
Fox,
I like this
can
part.
you really shoot? You'll kill him too.
This is awesome. I love this part. I love, like,
In front of you, it's no good.
I like that when you press A, Snake says,
It's no good. It's no good. I can't do it. It's no good. I can't do it. Taken from the battle. No, I can't do it. Alive. I can't shoot.
"Come on, Snake, you gotta do it, man."
I can't do it.
Can't do it.
I can't do it. But soon. I can't shoot. I can't shoot. No, I can't do it.
I like that little sequence. I don't know.
Die!
That exoskeleton. That's impressive. So Snake didn't do 1,000 flips. He's fine.
Snake, we're not tools of the government or anyone else. Fighting was the only thing I was good at. But at least I always fought for what I believed in. Snake,
Yes?
farewell.
I remember that being so just like...
When death is entreated, the battle is decided. You see, you can't protect anyone. Not even yourself.
Damn right. Yeah. Yeah. He's probably fine. Gosh, do I use that? I don't even remember. What are you doing?
There you are!
Hello. Look, Snake's just like running. Jump. So now I can shoot like.
I got you, Snake!
Okay, let's get some rations going. Get my body armor back on, which I don't know how useful the body armor is at this point. So I thought I'd taken out the missiles, so that I gotta aim for liquid there, right? There we go. Okay, I just gotta hit liquid. Just wait them out. Shoot the missiles. Once those are out and about. fan. Oh, what do we got? Oh, I got like 20 stinger missiles left, so I'm in good shape. Nope, 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 nope. The other one. Oh, what do we have? Like one more here, I think? Ouch! There we go. Cool. Flaming Queso, did Gray Fox sacrifice himself for absolutely no reason to do anything? He caused drama. He got rid of the satellite dish thing. Which that meant that Liquid had to open the cockpit in order to be able to see where he was shooting and stuff. So he helped. He did a good job. Don't be down on Gray Fox. He's a good guy. Stop interrupting these villains' speech. I'll tell you. Alright, here we go.
Sleeping late as usual, eh, Snake?
Liquid, you're still alive.
I won't die. As long as you still live.
Too bad. It looks like your revolution
Yeah,
was
he
a
did do some very
failure.
cool flips.
Just
That's
because
what
you've
Septipus points
destroyed
out.
Metal Gear doesn't mean I'm done fighting.
Fighting? What are you really after?
The restoration of the era when warriors such as us lived as we should.
That was Big Boss's fantasy.
It was his dying wish. When he was young during the Cold War, the world needed men like us.
I feel like Big Boss would not be on
We were
board with all
valued
this.
then. We were desired. But things are different now. With all the liars and hypocrites running the world, war isn't what it used to be. We're losing our place in a world that no longer needs us. A world that now spurns our very existence. You should know that as well as I do. After I launch this weapon and get our $1 billion, we'll be able to bring chaos and honor back to this world gone soft. Conflict shall breed conflict. New hatreds will arise, and our own biosphere shall steadily expand.
But as long as there are people, there will always be war.
But the problem is balance. Father knew what type of a balance was best.
Is that the only reason?
You know, in Metal Gear Solid 5,
Isn't
he
that
really
reason enough
seemed to
for
not
warriors
like
such
his
as
dad
us?
at all.
I don't want that kind of world.
Ha! You lie. So why are you here then? Why do you continue to follow your orders while your superiors betray you? Why did you come
Kyle,
here?
you're determined to beat this game, even if
Well,
it goes past
I'll
one.
tell
Yeah,
you then.
I mean, I think so. I don't think I can stop in the middle, really. I gotta punch Liquid Snake a bunch of
enjoy all the
times,
killing. That's
right? And then I gotta drive a car.
Are you
It
denying
is gonna be a long string,
Haven't
though,
you
isn't it?
already killed most of my comrades?
That was...
I watched your face as you delivered the coup de grace. Oh, it reflected
Flaming
such
Queso says if they had another kid, his name would be Gaseous, right? No, it'd be Plasma.
You're wrong.
Plasma Snake.
There is a killer inside you. You don't have to deny it. We were created to
took
be
his shirt
that
off.
way.
created.
Les enfants terribles. The terrible children. That's what the project was called. It started in the 1970s. Their plan was to artificially create the most powerful soldier
I feel like
possible.
we had a Game and
The
Farcer
person that they
cover
chose as the
that was a
model
big Metal
was a
Gear
man
joke,
known
like after
then
all
as
the Konami stuff went
greatest
down.
living soldier
I feel like
in
we
the
had a
world.
Plasma Snake in there,
Big
like as a
boss.
joke. I could be wrong about that.
But Father was wounded in combat and already in a coma when they brought him in. So they created us from his cells, with a combination of 20th century analog cloning and the super baby method.
Ah, the super baby method.
Baby method.
They fertilized an egg with one of father's
about
cells.
super
and
baby
then
method.
let it divide into 8 clone babies. Then they transferred the clones to someone's uterus and later intentionally aborted 6 of the fetuses to encourage strong fetal growth. You and I were originally octuplets.
Octuplets?
Yes. The other 6 of our brothers were sacrificed to make us. We were accomplices in murder before the day we were even born. So, it was you and I, 2 fertilized eggs with exactly the same DNA. But they weren't finished yet. They used me as a guinea pig to create a phenotype in which all of the dominant genes were expressed to create you. I got all the recessive genes. You took everything from me before I was even born.
Seems like you turned
But
out all right.
You and I aren't his only children.
What?
The Genome Soldiers. They too are his progeny, carrying on his genetic legacy. But unlike us, they carry it digitally. With the completion of the
imply that there
Human
are
Genome
other
Project in the last century,
terrible
the
children?
mysteries of
Is that the
humanity
idea?
were laid
Like-
bare. Thanks to Father's
There's
DNA,
liquid
they
and
were
solid,
able to
but
identify
are
more
there
than
others?
60 soldier genes
there's solid dust,
responsible for
right?
everything from strategic thinking to the proverbial
Liquid got all the
killer
recessive
instinct.
genes, yet he still
Those
has wicked
soldier
abs.
genes were transplanted using gene therapy into the members of the next generation special forces. That's how they became the Genome Soldiers. That's right. The Genome Soldiers that you've been killing right and left are our brothers with the same
Does that dialogue
genes
change if you
as
haven't
ours.
killed anybody?
The Genome Soldiers?
That'd be cool.
They are misshapen creatures, artificially produced from Father's genetic pattern. They are our blood brothers, and they were born of many an ultimate sacrifice.
Sacrifices?
Human experiments.
God, Snake just
1991.
does not
the
know
Gulf
anything.
War. The
like, I
military
don't know, someone
secretly
just called me up and
injected
told me to come
soldiers
here.
with the soldier genes.
I don't know. I don't know what I'm
The
doing. Here.
Gulf War syndrome that hundreds of thousands of returning soldiers complained about was a side effect of it.
Squiddo Willow says, I did a no-kill run to
Everyone
find out back in
knows
the
that
day.
the Gulf
Dialogue
War
didn't
syndrome
change.
was caused
That's a
by
bummer.
exposure to pesticides and radiation from depleted uranium rounds.
That was just a cover story issued by the Pentagon. First, they tried to say it
Pentagon.
was post-traumatic stress disorder, then chemical or biological weapons. The poison gas detection units and the anti-sarin injections, they were all just to cover up the secret genetic experiments.
So then, the so-called Gulf War babies that have been reported by Gulf War veterans are...
Yes, they too are our brothers and sisters.
It is weird to see real war footage, yeah.
So
It's
the
weird to see
Genome
all
Soldiers
kinds
mean
of
that the
real footage in
experiments were a
games.
success?
Strange choice.
Success? Don't be a fool. They're a complete failure. We're on the verge of extinction.
What?
Have you ever heard of
Liquid
the
is definitely a flat
asymmetry
earther. This is
theory?
clever. Cadaver, aka Stereo.
Nature tends to favor asymmetry. Those species which have gone extinct all show signs of symmetry.
Symmetry.
The Genome Soldiers suffer from the same problem, signs of symmetry. So do I, as do you.
They are very symmetric.
That's right. We are all on the verge of death at the genetic level. We don't know when or what type of disease will occur. That's why we need the old man's genetic information.
You want Big Boss's DNA so you can save your family? That's very touching.
In nature, family members don't mate with each other, and yet they help each other to survive. Do you know why? Because it increases the chances that shared genes will be transmitted to future generations. Altruism among blood relatives is a
And
response
Walker
to
Texas Ranger
natural
says, for my
selection.
Monday stream, in
That
between
we
Kyle
will
and Cyril,
help
I'm
our
going to start
blood
a different
relatives
Star Wars
is
game. What do you guys think of The
inscribed
Force
in our
Unleashed? I think
very
it would be a good
genes.
comparison to Fallen Order.
You're
I think that's a
telling
great
me
idea. I would love to
that your
revisit
genes
Force
are
Unleashed
ordering
before
you to
Fallen Order
save the
comes out,
genome
just to kind of,
soldiers?
You can't
put them
fight
side by
your
side a little bit.
genes. It's fate.
because it's that thing where
All
everyone
living
is,
things are born
everyone
for
has
the
seen
sole
footage of the game and
purpose
they're like, oh
of
man, this is
passing
just
on
another
their
Force
parents'
Unleashed.
genes.
I think that opinion
That's
will
why
change
I'll
pretty
follow
drastically
what
once
my
the game
genes
comes out.
tell me.
Speaking as a person who has
Then
spent time with the
I'm
game,
going to go beyond.
but I understand the
In order
initial
to
sort of
break the
reaction
curse
of
of
just
my
seeing like, oh, third-person action game lightsaber, yeah, they did that with Force Unleashed, you know?
And to do that, first, I will kill you. Look behind you.
Meryl?
It's Meryl. You've been here all along? Well, I mean, yeah, obviously.
Is she alive?
I'm not sure. She was alive a few hours.
I'm really excited for Fallen Order. I can't wait for that
Poor
game.
girl kept calling your name.
Gotta find someone to let me review it for them.
Stupid woman. Falling in love with a man who doesn't even have a name?
I have a name.
No. We have no past, no
Iroquois
future. If we did, our fate is nothing but what is determined in the genes we inherited from our father.
Let Meryl go.
As soon as we finished our business, we're almost out of time.
You're talking about Fox Die.
No. It seems now that the Pentagon knows that Metal Gear is destroyed. They've arrived at a decision. They won't
You're
even
gonna buy
need
Cyberpunk
a
2077,
BDA.
Kyle. Probably.
If you want the details,
It's actually one
why
my
don't you ask your
my wife will
precious
play that one
Colonel
before I
Campbell?
will. That's definitely more her type of game.
Colonel, can you hear me?
Yes, I'm listening.
What is the Pentagon trying to do? Colonel,
He's on his way there by AWACS
what for?
to bomb the place.
What?
Not only that, B-2 bombers just lifted off from Galena Air Force Base. They're carrying B-6113 surface-piercing tactical nuclear bombs.
What? Metal Gear is destroyed. Tell the Secretary of Defense.
The Secretary of Defense heard that Naomi double-crossed us, and he's worried about Fox Die. Now that there's no more danger of a nuclear strike from Metal Gear, he's going to do whatever's necessary to cover up the truth of what really happened here.
He's going to drop a nuclear bomb to vaporize all the evidence, along with anyone who knows anything.
Don't worry, Snake.
Seems like overkill.
I'll stop the nuclear strike.
How?
I may be only a figurehead here, but I'm still officially in command of this mission. If I issue an order to delay the strike, it'll confuse the chain of command and at least buy you some time. It'll give you a chance to escape.
Isn't there DLC for Force Unleashed 2 where like you can fight
It's
Han
okay,
Solo
Snake.
and
The
Chewbacca
truth
and
is,
Princess
Fox
Leia
Hunt
and
was
kill
already
them
the
and stuff?
subject of an undercover investigation. Meryl was transferred to this base just before the terrorist attack as a way of manipulating me.
Those bastards.
I'm sorry. They forced me to cooperate in exchange for her life. You'd better get out of there, Snake.
So have you been
Are you
undouble-crossed
sure?
now?
It'll be bad for you.
Don't worry. It's the least I can do for you after all the lies.
Colonel.
I'm ordering them to cancel the bombing run. After that, there's no turning back. Huh? What are you doing?
Oh no.
Snake!
Mei Ling, what happened to the Colonel?
I don't believe it!
What happened?
Snake, the Colonel!
Roy Campbell has been relieved of duty.
Oh.
This is the Secretary of Defense, Jim Houseman.
Put the Colonel back
Jim
on.
Houseman.
He's been placed under arrest for leaking top-secret information and for the crime of high treason.
Ridiculous.
That's not true.
Yes, he is a ridiculous man. He truly believed that he was in command of this operation.
You bastard.
There won't be a speck of evidence left. I'm sure the
Very
president
polite of
would
Liquid
want the
to
same thing.
just
The president ordered
let
this?
Snake take all
The
these calls, you
president
know.
is a busy man.
There.
I have
Cyril says,
complete
there he
authority
is.
here.
We've been waiting for
How
him.
do you plan
Mr.
on
Houseman.
explaining a nuclear attack on the
Or
last
everyone's favorite Metal Gear character. I'm gonna
Don't
dress as him for
worry.
Halloween this year.
We've prepared a convincing cover
Yeah, actually, we do
story.
have the same beard,
We'll
so
simply say that
you know,
the
maybe I've been
terrorists
cosplaying as him every
exploded a
Thursday for the
nuclear
past 2 months.
device.
Damn it! You'll be murdering everyone here. The scientists, the Genome Army, everyone.
Donald, the DARPA chief, is already dead.
So you didn't mean to kill the DARPA chief after all.
He was my friend.
And you could care less about what happens to everybody else, huh?
Well, if you give me the optic disc, I might consider saving them.
What are you talking about?
Metal Gear's test data. Donald was supposed to bring it back.
I don't have it.
I see. Oh well, that's okay. You two are an embarrassment from the 1970s. Our
like 20
country's
minutes or so.
dirty little
Maybe another
secret.
Teen Titans.
You can't be allowed to live.
Might be a little while.
You're just the lingering
Sorry,
ghosts
it is
of a
taking a little while.
system that is no more. Well, do try to get along in the time you have left before the bomb.
Time for punch, punch, punch.
There's no way out for us. Let's finish this before the airstrike.
Snake needs to learn to lie.
You stole
sure.
everything from me.
He didn't mean to.
I shall nullify you and your genes, and I will take them all back. She'll make a beautiful sacrifice for our final battle. Do you see this?
Mm-hmm.
This will be the time limit for our final battle. When death comes for this girl,
Bye, Dr.
this
Vic 13.
nuclear module shall vanish from this world as well. If you win, you
I
might
have the
still
disc
be
and
able
Randy
to
picture
save
Pitchford's
her.
thumb drive. I've left
You
them
can
at
enjoy
a medieval
one brief
times in
moment of love
Burbank,
before
California.
the end.
Or Texas, I guess. That would make more sense.
And if you cross this line, you'll fall. At this height, it'll kill even you.
Not loving the sun. Liquid be solid.
How about you, Snake?
I don't remember this being particularly weird or challenging. Oh, that hurts? Maybe some warning kicks there. Oh, got me. Oh, that camera is not great. Ow! This is how fights work in real life, right? You just kind of...
What's wrong, Snake?
Oh, don't get off the edge. I'll get you. There we go. Oh, we only got 2 minutes here. Oh! Oh, the old liquid headbutt, they call it. Why does the camera shift like that? I hate that. Don't do that. Bad game. Oh, come on. I did the old spin kick. Spinny kicky. Ah, I thought I dodged
You're
that.
out of time.
No, we got a minute and a half left. We probably not out of time. Liquid. I got the gene that knows how to tell time. Does that do more damage when he gets knocked off like that? Get some first-person action going. God, that's confusing. You fool. Ouch. Okay, maybe not that
Hurry!
Oh, I can... There we go. Oh. Give him the old elbow. They're too matched. Their genes line up too easily, or something. It's like they're twins, says Squiddo Willow.
Snake!
I heard at that height, it could even kill a snake. Epic upcut, says Flaming Queso. So is Otacon there if you failed the torture?
Meryl. Meryl.
Snake? Is that you?
Oh, what happened to his character model there?
You're alive.
Seeing him smile
Thank God.
was weird.
Meryl. Meryl, are you okay?
Are you okay? Is that all you can say?
Yeah, I like the
Meryl,
melodrama.
you must have been terrible.
It wasn't that bad. I didn't give in to the torture.
Scorch, is it implied that they end up together after this?
Torture?
No, not at all. In fact, they
And
meet
things
back up again, Metal
even
Gear
worse
Solid
than
4, and
that.
she is not with him.
I was fighting too. Just like
Oh,
you.
I see what you're asking. Is it implied that they end up together after this? Like, between Metal Gear
You're
Solid
a strong woman.
1 and 4,
Fighting them
did they ever attempt at a
made me feel
relationship?
closer to
You know, I don't think
I
so.
felt like you were there
But
with
I
me.
could be wrong about that. Like, maybe there was like a line of
Gave me
dialogue
the
in 4 where
strength
they're
to
like,
go on.
yeah, we tried to make it work, but we're just too
But-
different.
I was scared.
I'm sorry.
Don't say that. But it made me realize something. During all the pain and shame, there was one thing I was sure of.
Scorch says, I think that it would be implied if 4 never happened.
To.
I don't think she's even mentioned in 2,
that
is she?
hope
Which is like a bummer.
kept
You'd
me
think like
alive.
there'd be like a line of dialogue between Otacon and Snake or something, of like him grumbling about his
Snake.
failed relationship or something. I don't know.
wanted to see you again.
Meryl.
But maybe they did, and I don't remember. Let's get that camera in there. What's gonna happen?
That's my Kodak.
Snake, it's me. It looks like you stopped Rex.
Otacon, good news. Meryl's okay.
All right. You saved her, man. Good job.
I got some bad news
Yeah,
too.
so Spike
We're about to be
and
bombed.
Rash 808. In
I
Metal Gear
guess
Solid
we're
2, the
considered
closest you get is
expendable.
Snake mentioning
there
that
a
he's
way out of
tired of
here?
tomboys.
A
It's such a
way out?
bummer. It feels like she's like got
Yeah.
just
You
like
can take the
excised
loading
from
tunnel
this
to the
big
surface.
important part of the
There's a
story.
parking
I'm glad she
garage
came
right
back
next
for
to
4,
you.
but
The
it's
tunnel
weird
leads from
that she
there to
was
the surface.
so locked
Door
out
in
too.
front.
No, it's a small entrance to the west of that door.
How about the security?
I just
Yeah,
unlocked
I was
it.
just
Who do you think
watching
you're
the clipping
talking
too.
to?
Like Meryl's hair was
I'll
clipping
take care
through
of
Snake's
security
chest.
along your escape route too.
What are you going to do?
Me? I'll stay here.
Are you crazy?
I need a little more time to take care of your escape route.
But
Unlocking the security doors is difficult work. Only I can do it.
Otacon.
Don't worry. I'm staying here. It's my own decision.
Otacon, this is a hardened shelter, but they're going to use a surface-piercing nuclear bomb. It won't hold.
I'm through regretting the past. Life isn't all about loss, you know?
Yeah.
Snake, I'm a complete person now. I've found a reason to live.
Good. Don't die on me.
Same to you. Take care of Meryl, okay?
I will.
Okay, I gotta go. I promise I'll do something about your escape route.
Thanks.
Thanks. Oh, that sounds nice.
I believe in you.
Thanks, Snake.
Let's get the hell out of here.
What about him? Where is Otacon?
He's fighting right now. With his old self. To be the man he wants to be.
He's fighting for us too?
Yeah, and I don't want it to be in vain.
Almost dropped
Me
my
too.
controller. Where's your shirt, Snake? Oh, the jump didn't kill him.
Snake.
Meryl. It started.
I must be heavy.
Looks like we're not gonna have a love scene after all.
Looks that way. Too bad.
Let's get out of here.
Snake, it's freezing outside. You need some clothes.
There's my sneaking suit.
Hurry up! Hurry! Looking good, Snake.
Blue steel.
Hurry!
There we go. Yeah, I keep muting my mic, but then the oh, hello. It's inconsistent in terms of coming back on. I don't know why.
Let me drive. Damn, a surveillance camera.
Is that really a problem at this point? I don't know. I don't have anything. Right? Got that one ration and some dog tags. Where'd she go? Who's shooting at? Oh, there.
Alright, keys.
Wanna get in? Wanna get in? Let me in, let me in.
Snake, it started. Get in.
I'm trying. There we go.
Fire that machine gun with a weapon button. Shoot him, Snake.
Is there a way to get through this part without fighting bad guys and stuff? Sorry about that, guys. Just talking to my kid. I also was just... It took me a minute to realize, oh yeah, I just need to shoot those freaking boxes to blow up the thing, which now I've, like, used up all my health, so that's probably going to be a real problem. Let's see if I can get through this whole sequence. Oh, okay. That's fine. Okay. Alright, let's try this again. Let's do a better job this time. Let's not just, like, shoot a million people. Okay.
Hurry!
There's a ration here. Grab that. Pull that out.
Let me drive.
Alright.
Damn, a surveillance camera.
Is there any stuff in here? Anything I can pick up, like another ration or anything like that? There we go. 2 rations. Now we're in business. Let me in. Let me in.
Snake, it started. Get in.
And I don't think in the original you could go into first person, right? There we go. Alright. Much better. Yeah, so in the original you just kind of had to like this.
Here they come!
Oh, what do we get? Don't they know what's going on? We all need to get out of here together. Maybe, well, you know what, I say that, but they probably don't know what's going on. How much time we got? 8 minutes? Here we go.
Here they come!
Is that, I mean, that's what I'm supposed to be doing, right? Is shooting the barrels.
Not yet, Snake!
Uh-oh. It liquid.
It's not over yet! Liquid!
We're like up on end credits here. I think it's fair to call it the end. Gotcha. I feel like I had trouble with this part on PlayStation 1. Just because it was kind of hard to aim. Fucking damn. That doesn't do damage when you bumper cars. Ouch. Can I just shoot out his tires? Music. I don't know about this music, man.
Daylight.
Okay, mama. Cat doesn't want to chase its thing. Oh, Meryl. This bar is so ridiculous. Scorch, what is this? This is Metal Gear, baby. Don't know what to tell you, man. That's how it goes. Roll page there. That super soldier DNA says Furamuru. Liquid succumbs to Fox die, doesn't he? No, sorry, spoilers.
Meryl, are you okay?
Well, I got shot in the arm and leg, so I'm not great, but getting the job done.
Damn. Snake. Snake! Fox? Die.
Squidward, yeah, she had her elbows and kneecap shot off, and she's just like walking around now. Yeah, it's fine. Xenocos, Kyle, are you gonna stream Death Stranding when it comes out? Yeah, I think so. I'd say why not. What I'd like to do is basically play through the first hour, you know, my first time hands-on with it, first time actually getting to play it finally, to stream it. This is how I did Link's Awakening. You know, played the first hour and then maybe periodically came back, but was playing it on my own time just because I wanted to, you know. So that's what I'd like to do with Death Stranding, is play the first hour together and then, you know, play it on my own time for fun and then maybe check in periodically.
If he's dead, that means...
Don't say it, Snake.
What happened to the air raid? No stealth bombers in sight.
You guys are talking about shooters like having sort of mounted turret sequences, and
Snake, can you hear
yeah,
me?
Halo was the one that I thought of as well, but
you okay?
you know,
Colonel,
the
what
Warthogs
happened?
have the mounted
The
turrets, which is a
Secretary
big part of
Defense has
gameplay,
been
but like
arrested.
you could
Early
get through the game
retirement.
without using
Arrested.
I was able to get into contact with the president. Metal Gear, the training exercise, all of it. It was all the Secretary of Defense acting
Houseman.
alone.
Acting
Frickin'
alone.
Houseman.
What happened to the air raid and the nuclear strike?
The orders were rescinded. The F-117s and the B-2 bombers have returned to the base. Once again, I have complete authority over this operation.
I see.
Washington isn't stupid enough to use nukes to cover up a few secrets.
I wonder about that.
In any case, the danger's over. Thanks, Snake.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Colonel, you can rest easy. Meryl's fine.
Really?
Other than the
Thanks.
awful gunshot
Thank you,
wounds.
Snake. Snake, I'm sorry I kept a lot of things from you.
It's okay, Colonel.
Snake,
We're good.
I'm
We're cool.
not a colonel.
Oh, that's right.
I've got a present for you. There's a snowmobile close to you. Mei Ling saw it on the satellite photos. This time of year, the glaciers are pretty calm. You should be able to ride right out of there. I'll bet the boys at the DIA and the NSA never expected you to come home alive.
Me neither. I better not show my face around there.
No danger of that. You two officially died after your Jeep sank into the ocean.
That's not too far from the truth.
There's also a helicopter waiting for you at the Fox Islands.
Dr. Hal Emmerich should be somewhere on the base. I want someone to bring him in.
I understand. Leave it to me.
Okay. Roy. Are you going to be okay?
Don't worry. I've got an insurance policy. A hard copy of all of Mei Ling's data. As long as I've got that, you, me, and Mei Ling will be fine.
It's
The
funny
battery
to
on
me
these
that
nanomachines will run out soon. They won't be able to
it's like my
follow us.
save data.
I
It's
guess we
funny.
won't meet again.
Don't worry. I'll pay you a visit sometime.
Really? I'll look forward to that.
Roy, just tell me one thing.
What?
About Fox Die.
Meryl will be fine. She wasn't included in its programming.
What about me? It killed Liquid.
Naomi said she wants to talk to you face to face about that.
How is she?
Don't worry. Mei Ling's with her right now. I'm switching over to Naomi.
Snake, it's me.
Naomi?
So we're like cool now. We're friends.
Heard about my brother.
Fox, no, Frank wanted to tell you something. He told me to tell you to forget about him and to go on with your own life.
Frankie said that?
Yeah. He also said he'll always love you. Naomi, your brother just saved you, me, and the whole world. He fought on sheer willpower until the very end.
Maybe now he's finally found some peace. My brother was already dying. Ever since he fought with you in Zanzibar land, he's been like a ghost.
Some kind of
Ghost looking for a
cybernetic
place to
ninja
die.
ghost.
Naomi, Liquid died from Fox Die too. What about me? When am I going to go?
That's up to you.
What do you mean?
Everybody dies when their time's up.
Yeah, so when's mine up?
It's up to you how you use the time left to you. Leave, Snake.
I feel like Snake's like, that's
all I
not
can
what I'm
say.
asking. Gnarlyville, how you doing, Kyle? Doing all right. Thanks for asking.
Each person is born with their fate written into their own genetic code, inscribed into their genes.
Probably put down
But
the
that's not
controller
all
at this
there is
point,
to
right?
life. I finally realized that. I told you before.
Get his dog tags.
The reason that I was
Collectible.
interested in genes and DNA. Because I wanted to know who I was, where I came from. I thought that if I analyzed my DNA, I could find out who I was, who my parents were. And I thought that if I knew that,
God,
then
there's
I'd
still
know what
so
path I
much
should
of this
take
left,
in
isn't
life.
there? We gotta look at the polar bears.
But I was wrong. I didn't find anything. I didn't learn anything. Just like with the genome soldiers, you can input all the genetic information, but that doesn't make them into the strongest soldiers. The most we can say about DNA is that its genetic information houses a person's strengths or destiny. You mustn't allow yourself to be
Ancestry.com
chained to
wasn't
fate,
around when
to be
Naomi was
ruled by your
researching that
genes.
stuff.
Humans can choose the type of life they want to live. Snake, whether you've
Oh, yeah.
been programmed or not
Leg
isn't important.
has a bullet wound, by the way.
The important thing is that you
Long
choose
cutscenes like this were
life.
pretty rare when this game came out originally,
And
right?
then
Yeah, I think so.
live. Don't you think, Snake?
I mean, there was stuff like, you know, Final Fantasy had the sort of pre-rendered cutscenes.
I'm gonna choose life too. Until
But in
today,
terms, I mean, I
I've
don't. In
always
terms of like
looked for
a lot
reason
of
to live.
dialogue-heavy, lengthy cutscenes, yeah, I don't know if there was a
From
lot
now
before
on,
this. I don't know if there's even a lot
I'm gonna
now
just
today.
live.
Yeah, Flaming Queso says, I remember GTA
Dreams
3 had some long
exist to pass
cutscenes, but that was a
down
bit
our
later. Yeah, that was a
hopes
fair
and
bit
dreams for
later.
the
And they
future for
even,
our children.
I mean, Rockstar cutscenes, like,
Living is
even
a
they
link to what
try to
will
keep
come.
them pretty
All life is tethered to the
compact,
future.
you know?
Loving each other, teaching each new generation. Then the world can change.
How did you see that on the satellite footage if it was, like,
I
in a
finally
cave?
realized
I
it.
feel like that was planted there.
The true meaning of
I
life.
feel like this was the plan all along.
Thank you, Snake.
Look, I found this.
Let's keep it as a reminder.
Of what? A reminder of a successful mission? Or a reminder of the first time we met?
A reminder of
Or
how
as
to
a
live.
reminder that you don't
Huh?
ever run out of ammo.
Until today,
If you're wearing it, I think that's
I've
what it
lived only
does,
for
right?
myself. My survival instinct that tells me not to die. That's all the motive I've had in my life.
That's not just you.
Scorch,
That's
they've only
how
been there a few
everyone
hours,
is.
right? It's not even like... I mean, if you look at the
I
game as
felt
like real
truly
time,
alive when
I
I
got,
was
what, like
staring death in
eight
the
to 9
face.
hours or so? It was long enough that Naomi felt like she needed to take a nap.
Maybe it's written into my genes.
But I don't know if she's like a hardcore napper, or if
What
she's
about
like,
now?
you know,
What do your genes say
Just
about your
sleeps
future
normally.
now?
I think they talk about that in
Maybe
4,
it's time
her
I
nap
lived for
schedule.
someone else.
Someone else?
Yeah.
Naomi Napper, they
Someone
call her.
like you. Maybe that's the real way to live.
So, where to, Snake?
David. My name is David.
Okay, so where to, Dave?
I said,
I think
David.
it's time we look for a new path in life.
A new path?
A new purpose.
Will we find it?
We'll find it. I know we'll find it.
Hey, what are those?
Caribou. To the Aleutians, the caribou is a symbol of life.
it's a little baby
It'll be
caribou.
spring here soon.
For us, too.
Yeah. Spring brings new life to everything. It's a time for hope. I've lived here a long time. But Alaska
I really want to finish this thought before we get moving, because once I start going, it's going to be really loud. You're not going to be able to hear me.
The sea. The caribou. And most of all, you.
It's nice, isn't it? Being alive.
Come on. Let's enjoy life.
Riding off into the sunset. Gal Scott Moxie. Oh my word, this is so much longer than I remembered. It's not done yet either, is the thing. In the 1980s, there were more than 60,000 nuclear warheads in the world at all times. The total destructive power amounted to 1 million times that of the Hiroshima A-bomb. In January 1993, START 2 was signed, and the United States and Russia agreed to reduce the number of deployed strategic nuclear warheads to 3,000 to 3,500 in each nation by the end of the year 2007. However, as of 2003, there still exist more than 20,000 nuclear warheads in the world. If they remake it, they're going to have to update that statistic. Seeing everyone's name on screen is always a good excuse, reminder to check out Hansen's Metal Gear Solid podcast that he did where he talked to all these folks. Scott Menville, is he the voice of Robin in Teen Titans Go? Am I wrong about that? Fukushima, he's working on Death Stranding, right? Isn't he? Just want to check here. No, I don't know. I'm not sure what happened to him. Let's see. I guess he was a composer for the Game Boy game, is that right? So these are the Silicon Knights credits, right? Bad Human says Fukushima works at Japan Studios. Hi, Bad Humans. Sneaking in there. Yeah, Scott Menville, voice of Robin in Teen Titans Go and Teen Titans. Played some random voices here, I guess. Bad Humans, you must just be like a Metal Gear expert, I guess, huh? Just in general, just across the board. Hey, there's those caribou. Remember those? Adam Walker, Texas Ranger. Yes, he is Robin. Scorch, he was famously called out in your review of Ghost Bottle. That's right. Expert is a generous term for it. Well, Bad Humans, it's nice to see you staying humble. Demo sound unit. We gotta wait out these credits, by the way. There's some, like, it would be nice to just cut it here, but I mean, we gotta finish it. We gotta watch to the end. It's very important. Because you have to, says Scorch, right? Gosh, I gotta figure out what to play tomorrow. I have the tech to play Boktai, which I think would be interesting. I've never played Boktai. I honestly don't know if it's a good game or how long it is, but I think it would be fun to play Boktai, you know, sort of stay on this sort of Kojima kick ahead of Death Stranding. But I also, yeah, I have Drill Dozer also, and yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure what I want to play. Kanto Kid. I just showed up, but we did it. Well, you came here at the right time, watching credits. Any guesses for Kyle's codename? I'll say Spider. Good question. Yeah, I don't know. It's not gonna be good. I did a pretty bad at the beginning there. Another co-op stream with Suriel would be awesome. Sure. Yeah, he's doing his own stream. That'd be fun though. He could teach me to enjoy Destiny. But I'm leaning Boktai because I'd like to play something I've never played before, because I started the stream playing Ghost Babel, which I had never played before. But everything else I've played has been stuff I already played ultimately, like Maverick Hunter X. I already played, and Link's Awakening you can make an argument that I already played. I guess Goose Game and Man of Medan I haven't played, which I've been playing with Ashley. Otacon is a registered trademark of Autocorp, Baltimore, Maryland. The Otacon name is used with the permission of Autocorp. That's so funny. I had no idea. Very special thanks, Shigeru Miyamoto. That's cool. Wait, crap, did I miss the whole stream? Is Boktai good, though, is the question. Like, is it fun? Or is it just sort of weird and unique and strange? Need some help there? The batteries came out of the controller. You want to bring me the controller? Or can you handle it yourself? I should be done pretty soon here.
You mustn't allow yourself to be chained to fate.
Sorry it's taken so long. I'm at the end of the game and like it's playing all these like ending cutscenes that are taking forever.
Snake, whether you've been programmed or not isn't important. The important thing is that you choose life. And then
if you're not familiar with Boktai, it's like a Game Boy excuse me.
The entire unit was wiped out. Yes. Yes, sir. Thanks to the vaccine. Yes, those two are still alive. The Vector? Yes, sir. Foxdie should become activated soon. Right on schedule. Yes, sir.
Some of the Ghost Babel team worked on Boktai, so that's all the more reason to play Boktai.
No, there are no other records. They've all been deleted from the base's computer. No, sir. My cover is intact. Nobody knows who I really am. Yes, the DARPA chief knew my identity, but he's been disposed of.
What?
Yes. Yes. Liquid is dead. The inferior one was the winner after all. That's right. Until the very end, Liquid thought he was the inferior one. Of course, the other one thinks so too. Yes,
I love this.
I agree completely. It takes a well-balanced individual such as yourself to rule the world. Yes. Yes, sir. No, sir. No one knows that you were the third one, Solidus. What should I do about the woman? Yes, sir. I understand. The surveillance will continue. Yes. Yes. Thank you. Goodbye, Mr. President.
There it is. The sting. Mongoose. That's pretty good, right? Oh, hold on. We gotta do this. Let's see. Does this still work? Konami Japan.com/ make sure I'm spelling this right. The Twin Snakes. This website is no longer existing. All right, there we go. 11 hours. Thanks so much, everyone, for tuning in. I'll come back with something new tomorrow. I think it's going to be Boktai, but I'm not certain. You'll just have to show up at 11 a.m. Central Time and find out, I guess. Yeah. Oh, I don't even remember my controller is. So here we go. Okay. Oh, I got the bandana. Let's save. Yeah, it was a long stream today. Thanks so much, everyone, for watching, for playing through the Twin Snakes with me in its entirety. It was fun. I ended up really enjoying revisiting this game. It was a good time. So, thanks so much, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow.